ready, cause this ain't funny. My name's Amy Z and I'm about to make money. Hi everybody, it's me, Amy from the Zula Mercantile, and it's Friday. So we are going to talk about what sold. Let's talk about sales, baby. Maybe that's my new song. All right, let's get started because that was a little embarrassing. Okay, as you know, how this works is I'm going to tell you how much I paid for it, how much it sold for, and then what my net profit was after I back out the eBay fees and the cost of goods. So keeping that in mind, let's get started. The first one here is a braided leather Western belt. I did score this at that farm sale not too long ago for just $2. It sold for $27, giving me a profit of $20.44 in just 1 week. I love a Western belt. I really do. All right, the next one here is a Mahon made cowboy mug. It's like a pottery rustic style, really cool. I picked this up at a yard sale for just $5. It sold for $26, giving me a profit of $16.32, and that one did take 2 months to sell. No big deal. I would grab that again, no problem. All right, now the next few are all from the same buy. I don't think we ever talked about this, but not even too long ago here, gosh, how long was it? It was only like a couple weeks ago. I made a kid's day and I bought all of his martial arts equipment. I spent, I think, $75. His eyes lit up. He had a huge box full. And don't worry, I paid him exactly what he wanted. He added it all up and he said $75 and I gave it to him in cash. He was happy as a little clam is what he was. But the brand on these is ATA, and they do, martial arts, taekwondo, protective gear. So like padding, like this lot here, the first one that sold, this was a shin guard set and some sparring gloves. So for this set, I'm $10 in on that one. It sold for $51, giving me a profit of $33.07, and it only took a week to sell. So once that one hit, I was like, oh, okay, this is going to be all right. And sure enough, immediately after that, I sold these combat weapons. They were like padded, I was going to call them swatters. I'm sure they're not called swatters. Baton. So yeah, there's 5 of these in the lot. So I'm again in for $10. It sold for $62, giving me a profit of $41.60, and it only took a week to sell. The next one also is from the same. It's in the same, it was just a different size with the shin guards and the sparring gloves. So again, I'm in for 10. This one, I took an offer for 50, giving me a profit of $32.20. And again, just a week to sell on that. So I still have a bunch more stuff, some helmets, some like a padded vest, foot pads. There's a lot of stuff. So it's going to do me right. I'm going to do okay on that. All right, next up here is a vintage 3M Scotch tape dispenser in mint green. I actually purchased 2 of these kind of without checking anything out because I thought they were really cool. I thought they'd be great in that mint green color, and they're pristine. So I did pay $6.25 for it. It sold for $20, giving me a profit of $10.11, and it took 3 weeks to sell. I accepted an offer on it. Maybe the second one will do a little better for me, but I mean, it was okay. You know, sometimes you think something's really cool and it's going to be great, and it's just not as great as you want it to be, and that's okay. That's life, right? We live and we learn. It's fine. I didn't lose any money. Okay, next up is some Callaway golf club head covers. They're the really big padded ones with kind of the sock that goes down the shaft of the club. These I spent just $2 on. I sold them for $23, giving me a profit of $16.96, and it only took a month to sell. And actually, I have more of these that I haven't listed yet. Oh, I know why. Because they were held together by a zip tie, and I couldn't cut it off, and I cut my finger on the zip tie where they had it cut. So I was annoyed with those, and I set them aside. But since these did sell, I am going to get those listed soon. I promise. I'll get them listed. Telling that to myself more so than you. All right, D, here, you remember this thing. This is a silk bag wearable sleeping bag, really nice. I did pick that up at a yard sale. Oh yeah, it was my birthday weekend for $15. It sold for $80, giving me a profit of $52.77, and it only took a week to sell. And this one is going internationally too, which I thought that was interesting, but yeah, so I would definitely pick that up again. Okay, remember this guy? This was that cute, handmade, sequined and beaded vintage Santa wall or door hanging. I picked him up for $1 at a yard sale. He sold for $26. I accepted an offer, giving me a profit of $20.32, and it only took a month for that to sell. I did notice in the comps that these sell really well, so I'll keep an eye out for these when I'm looking in people's Christmas stashes. All right, some flatware. There's a typo in the title, and it just irritates me because I try to be really good about that, but they're not Stanley Roberts. They're Rogers. The handle is a bamboo style. It's a mid-century style. It's a popular one too. I paid just $5 for this set. They sold for $59, giving me a profit of $45.03, and it was under a month to sell those. So yeah, that's a good one. Okay, this is a Rayons, that's how you spell it, R-Y-O-N''S, Rayons sweater. This is a neat one, vintage. I paid just $6.74 for it. It did sell for $35, and that gave me a profit of $29.40, and it just took 6 months for that one to sell. Okay, more flatware. This one wasn't as great. I mean, well, just like anything, could be good, could be bad. You can't say all flatware is going to be great just because it's vintage. I do remember I picked this one up because it was West Bend Oneida collab, or a confab, as my hero says. And this one I did spend $5 on. Oh yeah, I remember a bunch of the pieces were damaged. They were kind of bundled together, so I had to get rid of some of them, kind of throw them away. So I only ended up with 27 pieces. No, I'm sorry, Sorry, I had a dumb moment there. It happens. But yeah, I ended up with less pieces than I thought. I sold for $27, giving me a profit of $18.19, and those took 9 months to sell. The pattern was called Affection, and there seems to be a lot of it out there, so I'm not sure I would pick up the Affection pattern again on that one. All right, this little cutie was the brand is called Prezzo. It was vintage, really cute, leopard or cheetah spotted, and it was a short hair faux fur on that as well, and had a neat little, it wasn't a turn lock, but you clicked up the little thing and stuck it through to get it open. It was just a neat little bag. Gosh, I paid $1 for it. It sold for $22, giving me a profit of $16.84 in only 1 week. So yeah, if I see something like that again for $1, I will definitely get it. Okay, socks. You can make money with socks. These are called sealskins. They're by DuPont. They're waterproof socks. I paid just $2 for 2 boxes of them. They're brand new. If you're selling socks, they do have to be brand new. They sold for $40, which is great, giving me a profit of $31.96, and they just took 7 months to sell. I have another 2 pair of these in brown, so I'm hoping maybe this will break the ice on that, and I'll sell those sometime soon here. That would be nice. Okay, a yearbook. Remember, I experimented with, I think about a stack of 6 yearbooks for $1 each, and I sold another one. So this has been good for me. If I do see yearbooks for $1 again, I will get them. This was a 1966 Brigadoon from Highlands High. This one sold for $30, giving me a profit of $24.05, and it only took 3 months to sell. I mean, it's a specific buyer for sure, but if you have some space to store a stack of yearbooks, I'd say go for it. Somebody out there might want them. Yeah. The next book was really good. Remember this guy here? I picked it up for just $4. This was the Frankenstein Dark Horse edition. Found it at an estate sale. Like I said, I paid $4 for it. I just had a feeling about it. It was really, the texture of it felt really nice. The illustrations were fabulous. So I looked it up and quickly put it in my bag. This guy sold for $150. I did take an offer on it. So that put me in in profit of $121.46, and it only took 2 months to sell that. And I will always and forever now look for this version of Frankenstein. You should too. Okay, another one, ATA. These are some more weapons. These are called, well, here's something I learned. This little weapon looks like a miniature scythe. It's actually called a kama, or is it kamas? because it's a pair of them. But anyway, I sold 4 pair. So I'm in this lot for $10, and gosh, those sold for $90, giving me a profit of $69, and that took 1 day to sell. So keep your eye out for this stuff. It does have to be in good shape. You can't sell shoddy equipment for this, but keep your eye out for it. It's good. Okay, next up here is a lot of 2 vintage Banana Republic 100% cotton shirts. These were like a safari style shirt. I do like vintage Banana Republic. It does much better for me than current, but I mean, style dependent too. So take it for what it is. Look it up if you find vintage Banana Republic. I spent $10 on these 2 shirts. They sold for $50, giving me a profit of $32.46, and they just took 6 months to sell. Okay, here's another Harley Davidson belt buckle out of that collection that I bought. I spent $4.29 on it. It sold for $50, giving me a profit of $38.37, and that only took 3 months to sell. These buckles were all brand new, so yeah, that was a good find. That was a good one. Okay. This was something different. I thought I'd try because I did get a deal on it. This is the Lab Aids kit and modules. It's kind of like a teacher's aid kind of thing. There's little bits and baubles in there that you can do your science experiments with. And that one I spent just $3.74 on it. You do want it to be complete, and this one, everything was still new, like sealed in the little baggies, or you had to punch it out of the boards. So I went ahead and gave it a try, and I'm glad I did. Again, I'm in for $3.74. It sold for $44, giving me a profit of $26.53, and it just took 4 months to sell. All right, this one here, it's giving me some Sonny Crockett vibes on this one. This is a vintage Izod Lacoste. As you can see, it's like a creamy colored linen blazer. I could pick this up for just $2. It sold for $19, giving me a profit of $13.49, and that one just took 5 months to sell. It's fine, I made some money on it, but there's nothing exciting about that one for sure. This next one though, this one was great. This is well, you know, Revere ware. When you look at the stamp on the bottom of the pot, if it has a double ring around it, that means that it's pre-1969, making it like really vintage. This was the egg poacher. You can poach 4 eggs in this pan. It was in really nice shape, and I snatched it up at a yard sale for just $3. I'm glad I did. It sold for $45, giving me a profit of $34.85 in just 3 days. So yes, I would pick that up again, especially if it is the double ring. So keep your eye out for that. I'll see if I can find a picture of it. We'll put it over here too so you can see it. Okay, Frida. We love Frida. I love Frida. Okay, it's this cute little purse. I grabbed it at the Goodwill for $3.97, and it sold for $18, giving me a profit of $10.84, and that just took 4 months to sell. And no, that wasn't a ton of money, but if I see a cool Frida thing, I'm probably gonna buy it if it's not very expensive. All right, next here, these are vintage Rolleiflex lenses in their cute little cases. I spent too much on these a long time ago. I spent $13.72 on the set of these at an estate sale. It took a while, it took 14 months for these to sell, but I think I still would pick them up again because they did sell for $40, giving me a profit of $20.95. They're tiny, they're like this big, so they just were in one of these drawers here for that time period. No big deal, easy to photograph, easy to ship. Yeah, I like it, that's a good one. Okay, one more ATA. This is the one thing of adult size that was in that that lot that I bought. These are gloves, and they're sparring gloves in the adult size. So I'm in these for just $2, and they sold for $15, giving me a profit of $10.20 in just 1 day. So, yep, ATA. I like it. All right, here is this is a large pile of Army men. I bought them for $1 at a yard sale, and I thought they would do better. They weren't horrible. It was a mixed lot of, some of them were Marks, which was nice. Some were Reeves, and some were, Tim-Me, M-E-E. It took me a long time to set them all up in this beautiful arrangement. It took me a long time to figure out which brands were what, but I did it, and I sold them for $15, giving me a profit of $11.01, and they only took 6 days to sell. So the lesson on that for me is that they do sell, not just not for a ton of money. So who knows? Maybe I'll do it again. We'll see. All right, 2 more brass knobs going out. These were 50 cents. I sold them for 15, giving me a profit of $11.96. And gosh, we're 3 months out already from me listing all of those knobs. I think I have like 5 sets left, we'll say. Hopefully they will keep trickling in. All right, here's one that I don't think I'll do again. This was a Timberland linen shirt, men's shirt. It looked nice. It was only $1. You know, so I bought it. It's only $1. Took a whole year to sell for $11, giving me a profit of $7.73. I don't love it when my profit margin is under the $10 range, but I mean, it's better than losing money. We'll say that. Moving on. This is one of those travel-on bags where I bought all of those brand new travel-on bags. They were $5.50 per bag. This one I sold for $25. I went ahead and accepted an offer, and that gave me a profit of $15.41, and it only took 3 weeks for that to sell. Okay, this is making me happy. We're breaking the ice on the Johnny West by Mark. Marks is the maker. The series is called Johnny West, Best of the West. Remember, I bought that whole bin of good stuff for $10. I finally have it all listed. I sorted it all out. Look at my cool pictures over here. I did it outside for the horses. 2 of the horses sold. I am in each horse for 50 cents, which is fabulous. So I'm $1 in on this lot. It sold to one person for $115.98, giving me a profit of $95.78. And that only took a week for those to sell. They're all listed. So really, I'm excited to see those start to sell and get them out of here to their new owners. But that was good. You know, I love the Johnny West stuff. Okay, here's something I got in the free box. Always look in the free box. You never know. One time, this is how I learned the lesson. One time in the free pile, there was a Royal Copenhagen plate, and I grabbed it and I sold it for $110. So that made me know that I should always look in the free pile. This book here it's a vintage Grey's Anatomy, and it's the United States Army edition. So I grabbed it out of that free box and gave it a shot, and it paid off. I sold it for $22, giving me a profit of $18.10, and that only took a month to sell. And would you believe that this book weighs 6 pounds? When I shipped it, it was 6 whole pounds, which made me chuckle. But you know, you can use media mail for something like this, which does give you a break on the shipping. So nothing about this one here was bad. So definitely check the free pile. Okay, this one, this is my dud. I didn't have a signal, and I saw this vintage East pack. It was a hydration pack, waist pack. Had never been used in vintage, so I thought that was great. They wanted $5 for it, so I went ahead and paid the $5. Like I said, I didn't have a signal, so I couldn't check the comps. It sold for $15 whole, giving me a profit of $6.71, and that took a month to sell. So, oh, that's my cousin dinging in. Hi, cousin, if you're watching. That's you dinging in. So yeah, the East Pack thing, I thought it would be better. It wasn't. I didn't lose money. C'est la vie. Okay, on the Poshmark, I did sell a little dress. This is a Flying Tomato. Not to be confused with our good guy here. What's his name? Sean White. We used to be the Flying Tomato. He does not make dresses, so this is something different. I'm not having great luck with Flying Tomato. I don't think I will pick it up again. I paid $6.72 for this dress. It sold for $21 on Poshmark, giving me a profit of $10.08, and it took almost a year and a half to sell. And I think I had one other thing sell recently, and I made about $5 on it, so maybe not on the Flying Tomato anymore. Tell me what you think down below in the comments. All right, so let's talk about something else here. Let's talk about this purse. Do you remember that I sold this purse and I was excited about it? Well, I sold this purse. It's a vintage Michael Kors. I think it was like late 90s, if anything, very early 2000s for this one. It was beautiful. The leather was supple. The pockets were clean. Everything was wonderful about this purse. But the girl who bought it didn't think so. I think she just had buyer's remorse, and she did not want the purse. So she sent me a message saying that the purse smells really bad. She said the smell is the worst. I imagine that's how she said it, but that's she typed it in like that. And she said that it had major corner damage that I did not disclose. And I remembered this purse because I really, personally, I liked it. I was like, oh, this is a purse I would have in the 90s. And I knew that there was not corner damage. So she sent me pictures of 4 beautiful corners of this purse. And she kept reiterating that the smell was really bad. So anyway, I said, would you like to return the purse? And she said, yes, as long as I don't have to pay postage. I said, go ahead and start a return and I'll accept it. And sure enough, she did. Item not as described. And if you recall, we've talked about this before, how I have gotten scammed by this before. And I have learned that you can report someone for abusing the INAD program on eBay. Item not as described, INAD. And I said last time that the next time this happens, I am going to report the person. So I have reported this girl. I'm still waiting to hear back. Oh, and you better believe I got the purse back. And as soon as I opened that, I said, well, that smells like delicious leather is what that smells like. So, and the corners, I mean, they're beautiful and they're just how I sent them. I'll see if I can put the pictures over here. I'll see if I can find them. So I'm waiting to hear what happens. Best case scenario is that I get my money back for the shipping because since she lied, I have to pay the shipping to get it back to me. And I have to reimburse her for her initial purchase and shipping. So I am out $20 in shipping because it's doing it either way. Well, and of course, you know, I paid $9.46 for the bag too. But I have the purse back and it's listed. If you like this purse, I promise it's beautiful. It doesn't smell. Please buy it. I think that's all we can say about it right now. I will update you on what happens with that case with eBay. I really hope they'll be on my side about it. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, let's not talk about it anymore. Gosh, it's the weekend, so get out there. I hope it's kind of cool where you are. It was 102 degrees today here. Tomorrow I'm going to hit a community sale, and I hope that the weather is decent in the morning when I go. So we'll see. Get out there, hit some yard sales, get some treasure, get it listed. And I'll see you on Monday, and you can see the fun things that I found this weekend. Thanks for watching.